mine. Through the blue eyes may view a lovely world where dreams come true. I'm living in a dream the whole day long, singing to myself a cheer-up song. A peaceful mind, my cares behind. I'm on a cloud that's silver line. Let me tell you right away exactly how I get this way. Why I'm happy, why I'm gay. Here's the why. Because today I'm sitting on a cloud I don't know where. But as a silver line, I don't much care. That's all I want to do. Go sitting on a silvery cloud with you. It's ripping tonight.
Gee, Mrs. Barton, you've done that song for over a year and you can still put it over.
Thanks, Chick, but glory be, it's the last night.
Okay.
Bill, it's me. Open up. What's the idea of locking the door? I thought I heard voices.
Voices? Oh, voices! Yes, that was me. I was going over my lines.
On the last night of the show.
Yes, on the last night of the show. Well, I didn't know them on the first, so I thought I might as well give them a break on the last night.
Come on, unhook me.
You're not going to change now.
Are you crazy? You know I have a complete change for my last number.
Complete change? A complete change.
Come on, hurry up. What's the matter with you? Have you been hitting the bottle again? I knew there was something. Tommy Handley.
Now, look, I can explain everything. There's no need to get nasty.
What's that man doing here?
Oh, that. Why, Tommy sent it to me, for old time's sake.
Oh, he did, eh?
Yeah.
Thank heavens that jerk is so far away he can only send things. It's 3,000 miles to England, and he's still too near. Woo! What'd you say?
No, must have a touch of indigestion. Darling, why do you have to be so tough on that Tommy? After all, he was our pal once.
Yeah, once too often.
Yes, but when he promoted that company, he really thought the man could make gasoline out of seawater.
Bill, don't you realize every time that two-faced, two-timing weasel has come into our lives, we've had trouble. Every time he's talked you into investing in... What you doing with that screen?
Nice, isn't it? I thought you might be feeling the draft.
Well, I'm not. It's just the thought of that shark gives me goose pimples.
But you never know when you might feel a draft.
What were you writing out a check for?
Oh, that's nothing. Just the usual tips for the boys. You know, it's the last night tonight and all that.
Wait a minute. To time ferry service, $10,000. Bill Barton, what's that mean?
I invested it.
What? You know we were saving that money to back our own show. Our nest egg.
Nest egg, nest egg. What good's an egg if it isn't hatched? Ask any hen.
Ray, Mrs. Barton.
Gosh, I've got to hurry. But you just wait.
Oh, darling.
If I didn't know Tommy Handley was in England, I'd think he was behind this. Ah! Peeping Tom Handley. I thought I smelt a rat.
No, madam, only mothballs. Well, soak my centipods. It's Susie. If you knew Susie like I... Hey, please observe the common decencies.
Come on, hand over the $10,000.
That's a nice way to greet an old friend. My dear Susie, pal of my cradle days. Do you think a man in my position would diddle you out of your dough? I'm not on the breadline. Here, look at that. Solid platinum, both sides. Look. Coronas, solid tobacco. What do I care? Diamond ring, 40 carats. And you know what you can do with a carat these days? Braces, solid gold buckle, teeth, gold and ivory. Look, we'll see those later.
And you should see the swell apartment he's got on Park Avenue. Oh, boy. He's in the money, all right.
He is. Our money. He cleaned us out of our life savings.
Nothing of the kind. You've still got $5,000 left. And that brings me to the purpose of my visit. With that $5,000, I can make you both rich beyond the dreams of Avalanche.
Oh, you can.
Where are you going? Wait a minute. He hasn't finished yet.
You're not getting any $5,000, and you're not getting out of here until you give back the $10,000 you've already boned.
Oh, but Susie.
You keep out of this.
Very well. If that's how you feel about it,
What's this?
something very much better. 10,000 shares in Time Ferry Services Limited. The finest investment you've ever made.
I don't want this junk. I want my dough back.
So, madam, you fling your future in my face. 20,000 half-crowns in me kisser.
And this if I don't get my money back.
All right. But you'll have to come and see my partner, Professor McAndrew. He handles the petty cash.
Oh!
He's a great inventor. The professor will explain it.
Not to me, he won't. I'm getting that 10,000 bucks right here and now, or else you're gonna do time.
Time? What is time? Having successfully controverted the classical views of Euclid and Newton, we arrive at the theory of relativity, which states that space-time in the neighborhood of a gravitational field is curved.
Pardon?
Whereas at an infinite distance from such a field, it is not.
How true, how true. Proceed, Prof.
Now, the curvature of space-time at any point in the continuum is proportional to the intensity of the gravitational field at that point. And consequently, as I've shown, there is no reason whatever why time should be of infinite duration.
Very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, what's he talking about?
You didn't say.
But what's the payload and overheads on this ferry service? What river are we supposed to operate on?
The river of time, madam?
By ferry stages, through the ages.
Time may be regarded as a river of consciousness, and we are travelers for a brief lifetime in a boat on that river. Normally, we drift with the current and travel downstream into what we call the future. Now, if we equip our little boat with a motor, we can speed our passage downstream into the future, or, breasting the current, travel upstream to view again those self-same scenes that were passed by humanity ages ago. I, Stuart MacAndrew, have invented such a motor. With it, I mean to prove that all that has ever existed still exists, and all that will ever happen has already happened. Time. What is time?
What I'm wasting. I want my dough back.
But we've already spent that on the time ball.
Yes, we've got shares in it, see?
So that's your screwy time ball, is it? Is that all you've got to show for our 10,000 bucks? I'm gonna call the cops. 10,000 fish for that leather flapjack.
That's not the time ball, Susie. That's the professor's lightning camera. It shoots as it takes, as it speaks, as it shows, as it were. We'll throw it in with your shares. You haven't seen anything yet.
I've seen enough.
Susie, you've got to look. There.
I want my dough back.
But we've already spent that on the time ball.
We've got shares in it, see?
So that's your screwy time ball, is it? Is that all you've got to show for our 10,000 bucks? I'm gonna call the cops. That's very slick, but I didn't come here to do a screen test.
That's the professor's time ball, Susie. He can make it fly back to Methuselah or forward to the space of things to come. Just think of the possibilities. We can build a whole fleet of them. There's millions in it.
Now, here is the motive power, which will propel this ball through space and carry it into the fourth dimension, which is duration.
Turn it off. I'm going goofy.
No, you're not, Susie. You're just becoming dazzled by the possibilities.
Darling, you're going to thank me for this someday.
Yeah?
Yes.
Professor, do you really believe you can get into that ball and fly it round wherever you want to go?
Ultimately, I can do that, madam. Unfortunately, at present, I can only pilot the ball in one direction, into the past. To construct the reverse gear to bring it home requires, I'm afraid, more research, more capital.
And that's where your $5,000 come in, Susie. I'd put up the cash myself, if I didn't want my old pals to get rich, too.
I tell you, we can't lose.
Well, maybe I'll give the professor the money he needs.
Woo!
I said maybe. Where do you park this time ball?
In my workshop on the roof.
Well, I'll see it later. Right now, we're going to a celebration supper at the Cotillion Club.
Gastronomical. I'll fix Bill up with a dinner suit.
Me and the prof will go ahead and book a table, Tommy, darling.
Didn't I not hear this evening? Did you say darling?
Yes, darling.
Thank you, darling.
It's in the bag. I knew she'd fall.
Now, look, Professor, I don't believe all that malarkey about flying into the past. But could you send that ball sailing around inside a theater with someone sitting on it singing a song?
Yes, if anyone would want to do so foolish a thing.
That's all I want to know. We're going places. See you at the club, boys. Come on, Prof.
No, I haven't been to a nightclub for years.
Don't worry, brother. You're not going to one now.
Huh?
Oh, boy, these are great. A little tight under the armpits.
Yeah.
I look like Bob Taylor in this.
Well, put this coat on and you look like 50 Bob Taylors.
How about a pair of black shoes?
Anything from pair of clogs to a pair of stirrup pumps. Enough shoes for a centipede, partner.
Partner. Gee, that sounds swell.
We'll celebrate our first board meeting, eh? I'll just go and open another bottle of bubbly for 2 lucky lads.
I'll be right out, partner.
Why, Mr. South America, I thought you were in Hamilton. I mean, Mr. Hamilton, I thought you were in South America.
What are you doing with my champagne?
I was just going to launch a battleship, only somebody's stolen it.
And those bottles over there?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, since you asked, sir, one or two friends of mine just happened to drop in to see if you had a drop in, see?
Who the heck gave you permission to entertain? Say, that's my tuxedo.
Well, you told me to wear it.
I said air it, not wear it. Take it off. And the pants.
Sir, you're not going to spank me.
I'm going to fire you. Do you think I'd stand for my valet walking around in my clothes? You champagne-swizzling scoundrel. Say, my watch. Here, my platinum cigar case. And my diamond ring. You crook. Hall porter, get the police up here. Make it snappy. What else have you got? Come on, turn out your pockets or I'll plug you.
Oh, what's the matter? You gone nuts or something? Get your hat and coat, quick. Now, what's this all about? I'll tell you all right what it is. Come on. Take it easy, Tommy. You're safe now. There's no need to run away.
Really, Sergeant?
Hey, stop those 2 fellows. They're trying to murder me.
What? Phew. This is just like old times.
Yes, but what are we running away from the cops for?
To save you from a fate worse than death. You're in awful trouble, Bill.
I'm in trouble.
Yes. That guy you conked on the beam was the owner of the flat. My boss, Theodore Hamilton.
Your boss? Then that was his jewelry.
Yeah.
I'll bet you're even wearing his clothes.
You are, too.
What? Come on. Ooh, they're after us. What do we do? What do we do?
Didn't your mother ever tell you anything? In here.
This belong to your boss, too?
It did till I moved the professor in.
Tommy. Oh. That's our time ball, isn't it?
Come on, open up there. Come on, hold the door, eh? Yes, and this is just the time we need. Come on.
Come on, break the door down. Come on, boy.
Come on.
Holy mackerel, what's that thing?
Well, whatever it is, take a look behind it.
And you see, the forces set up by those barrels alters the vibration of the atoms, enabling the ball to pass through any solid substance.
Yeah, but will it pass round the theater?
Round it, all through it, ma'am.
You're not going to start anything.
Don't be alarmed. This switch controls the repulsion drive, which would reverse the force of gravity and send us flying off into space. But of course, it doesn't function so long as the exit hatch down below.
Don't tell me. You've started something.
But I'm certain that hatch was open.
Well, now, what do you make of that, Bert?
We've just seen something that wasn't there at all.
I put that in my report, Sergeant?
You will not. You saw nothing, you heard nothing, you report nothing. Did you get me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sure, Sergeant.
I think they've gone.
Good. We'll lie low a bit longer.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Tommy,
Yes?
what are you sitting on?
What I've always sat on. Why? Well, I'll go tobogganing. Hey!
Hiya, Susie. Tommy told me if I stood by him, I'd go up in the world.
This will set up a localized field of gravitational force.
Oh, well, that was nice while it lasted.
Oh, wait till I tell Ripley about this.
But I can't understand how it happened.
If anything's wrong, blame Handley.
Mr. Handley, you didn't by any chance close the exit hatch?
I believe I did. There was a nasty draft blowing around my parabola.
I don't think you quite realize the consequences of your action.
Well, I didn't mean any harm. Mother always told me to keep the trap shut.
Well, Professor, thanks for the demonstration. You've got something here, and you can keep it. I'm going home.
I'm afraid that's quite impossible, madam. Our journey's already started.
Hey?
What journey? Say, look here. What's the moon doing way down there?
That's not the moon, madam. That's the Earth we've just left.
Don't give me that stuff. Oh,
Look, Susie. North and South America.
It's a small world, I always say.
And the Far East.
And May West.
There. We're now exactly 475,000 miles above the Earth.
Fuel flash. Gee, hope we're not heading for the hot place.
No, that's only one of the smaller comets. An astronomical phenomenon with which we shall make occasional contact.
not with me aboard. Turn this thing round, Professor.
That's exactly what I'm about to do, ma'am. There we are. Poised in space, exactly 1 million miles above the Earth.
Lummy, I've just remembered.
What?
I've left the rice pudding in the oven.
Now for our return to terra firma.
Nothing doing. You're taking us back to New York.
We are going back to Earth, madam, and back into the labyrinth of recorded time. At first, gradually, and then more rapidly, we shall annihilate space and obliterate the intervening years. As we shall probably return to a period several centuries before we were born, it will be necessary for each of us to take one of these age-rectifying tablets. Otherwise, who knows what might not happen. By the great Sharper, it has happened. Take one of these. It'll be all right. That's right. And one for you, too. Yes. It'll be all right in a minute. Now then.
That's funny. A minute ago, I was wearing a pair of three-corner trousers.
Gee, hope I haven't swallowed my dummy.
Oh, be your age, both of you.
Now, with each tick of the meter, we are going back 25 years. Now, America's just fighting her great civil war.
And now it's gone with the wind.
Now, George Washington's just been elected first president of the United States.
Why? Wasn't Roosevelt running that year?
Louis the 14th's just dead.
If anyone said they never knew he was ill, I'll crown him with a comet.
Now, he's just being born.
Now the stork's asking him if his journey's really necessary.
It's imperative that we should decide exactly at what period of history we wish to arrive.
Well, drop me down alongside Madame Jew Barry.
Now, look, Professor, thanks for the buggy ride. It's been swell, but there's only one place we're going, and that's home.
Madam!
Touch the elevator. This is giving me the willies.
Sit down, Susie. You're rocking the boat.
Take my seat, madam. I never felt better in life.
Who pushed me?
Excellent. We've landed safely.
heaven? Ugh, we can't be.
I'm always the same after bottled peas for breakfast.
Oh, Susie, I had such a lovely dream.
Here, knock it.
Where are we, Professor?
Well, in terms of topographical exactitude, our present position is still obscure, but undoubtedly we've returned to Earth.
Well, that's something.
But owing to your precipitate action,
Will you
madam,
cost the calculus?
it's impossible to say in which continent or on what precise period of history we've returned.
Well, it's still snowing, Professor. We haven't come far. We're in Central Park or someplace. Hey, where are you going?
To take the readings of the instruments below. I'm a very happy man.
He's happy. I've had enough of this screwball. I'm going home.
What again?
Visibility is very limited, but my instruments record that the air outside is breathable and the temperature is only 11 degrees below zero.
That makes everything just hunky-dory. How do I get out of this rat trap?
Oh, but you mustn't venture forth. Who knows, primitive man may be roaming in search of prey.
He always does in Central Park. I'm grabbing a taxi.
Now, listen, darling. We've got to trust the professor. What he says goes.
Whatever he says, I'm as good as gone. Oh,
Oh. Shall I go and find the lie of the land?
let Tommy go. He'll find a lie anywhere.
What, and get chilblains on me chassis? No fear.
No, since I brought you to this desolate spot, I feel it my duty to make the preliminary exploration.
Good old professor. I'll lend you me coat.
Nothing doing. He's got our return tickets. Go on, out you go. And don't come back without a taxi.
But can't we wait until the parkkeeper passes by?
Oh, push off. And make it your business to get us out of this jam.
Taxi! Taxi!
Yes, the mist's clearing at last. Come and look. I can see a great castle with the city beyond it.
Can you see a taxi?
There's nothing there, Prof. He's seeing things now.
But there it is again. It's the Tower of London, and there are flags flying from the battlements. The Cross of St. George. I was right. We are definitely in 16th century England, before the Stuarts ascended the throne. But just what year of the 16th century, that we have to find out.
Hey, Professor, hadn't you better stick around with us?
But the year, ma'am, the year. I must know the year, otherwise I can't calibrate my instruments.
There he goes, crazy as a coot.
Hey, Susie. Look, this history book might come in handy.
For what?
For what? Well, we want to find out what was going on around here during the 16th century.
So you've gone screwy, too. Well, the professor's in a snowdrift by now. Come on, St. Bernard.
I smell rum. Ah, a roadhouse. About time I had my breakfast.
Who there? Who knocks?
Me. Bring me some food and wine. But don't bother about the food.
Begone, varlet.
What did he call me? Violet? What's with his fur coat? Hey, you can cancel that breakfast. How far's New York? Where can I get a taxi around here? What's the matter with you, sloppy-looking twerp? Take that sock off your head. Come down. Well, mess up my musquash. What a common publican.
6 o'clock on a fine morning and all's well.
There was a shower around here a minute ago.
6 o'clock on a fine morning and all's well.
Hey, buddy, how would you like to earn $50?
6 o'clock on a fine morning and all's well.
Yes, I know that, but how far's the nearest railway station?
6 o'clock on a fine morning and all's well.
Excuse me. This must be Looney Park. Lovely. Spam eaters. I get it. They're making pictures. We've landed in Hollywood. Well, excuse me. Oh,
Easy.
who's your director? Cecil B. DeMille?
I know him not.
Ah, that's Hollywood all over. DeMille today, the bread line tomorrow.
His speech is strange. His attire outlandish.
He thinks he is a spy. See them!
Here. Where are we going? What's all this? Where are you taking me to?
To the tower.
Tower? What tower?
The Tower of London.
London, England?
Where else?
Well, I'll pin a platinum plaque on the professor's paraphernalia. I promoted an invention that works.
Turn about! Ah!
Oh, you've never seen a fountain pen before, eh? No knives, no forks, no pens. This is virgin soil, this is. I'll have to throw the fleet a new company. Oh, hey, stop taking liberties.
You're worse than the dead end kid. You've dirtied all your decking.
And two.
Good morrow, good sir.
How are you, Cock? Take a few. Nice bird, this. Some chicken, some neck. Try, Neville.
Stand, Violet.
Don't keep calling me Violet.
You address Captain Walter Raleigh of the Queen's Guard. Dismiss them.
Easy.
So you're really Raleigh. Well, if you're the old Raleigh, they speak up so highly. God blimey, old Raleigh, you are looking well. You know, for one moment, I thought you were Sir Walter Raleigh.
I am only Captain Raleigh. The Queen has not seen fit to knight me.
The Queen? Ah, that's Queen.
Knowest thou not that the glorious Elizabeth rules this England?
Of course, the Virgin Queen. They tell me that as a queen, she's very successful.
Thy speech and garb mark thee as one from foreign shores. Whence comest thou?
Well, stranger, I come from a mighty fine country. The United States of America. Mighty fine.
America?
Well, now we're introduced, I suppose I can have my things back.
I have heard of that far land. The natives are savage and kill with the tomahawk.
They call them Tommy guns now.
Gold, silver, diamonds. Didst have to dig deep for them?
No, just lifted them from the suckers.
The suckers? A native tribe?
There's one born every minute. What's the time now?
What would I not give to go to thy country?
That's a boy, Wally. So you shall. I'll fix you up with a lecture tour. What a time you'll have with the gals.
The gals? Another native tribe like the suckers?
Yeah, they've got what it takes. And oh boy, can they take it. From the suckers.
Thy speech is indeed strange, but I'm resolved to see thy land. First to seek the Queen's leave and then a ship.
Well, if it's a ship you want, how about mine? The good old time ball. 50 golden guineas, cash down, of course. Will pay your passage all the way.
Agreed.
Oh.
I'll set the plan afoot.
And don't forget to call in at the bank. Garçon.
Come and look. This must be London.
He's cuckoo. Where's the balloon barrage?
I'm afraid you'll have to wait 300 years for that, ma'am.
Darling, isn't it wonderful? We're really in the 16th century.
Look, Bill, if I hear any more of that 16th century hooey up.
Wait a minute. But that church, that big church, that's St. Paul's Cathedral. Just like the one in the book, look.
Don't be a dope. St. Paul's has a dome on it.
Well, it's got a dome on it now, of course. But it hasn't now.
Bill, it's time you had a meal.
But your husband's quite right, ma'am. That's old St. Paul's Cathedral that was burnt down in 1666.
Burnt down in 1666.
Pardon, gracious sirs, and you, mistress, but I've a bad fever in me head. Well, how do you like that? Here's the guy that wrote I Ain't Got No Body.
Here's the rest of them.
But he's in a pillory. That's most interesting.
Yes, placed in a pillory by that sea-devil Queen Elizabeth.
May God bless and protect our gracious majesty. Gee, you hear that? Who's screwing now?
If this is a dream, I wish someone would pinch me.
I will.
What are you in for, Pop? Saying the same words thou thyself just uttered.
Who, us?
Yes, I too prophesied that St. Paul's would burn with London town in 1666. Burn down in 1666. Burn down in 1666. I did prophesy the truth.
Calm down, Pop. We're in enough trouble already.
Stop thy clack with this, old fool, or they'll hang another week in the pillory. You and your prophecies. One of these days it'll cost you your toothless old head.
Kind master. Tell this ungrateful whelp my sister spawned. Is it true that our good Queen Bess will die unwed?
Certainly. The Stuarts will succeed her.
Bear witness all! I did prophesy the truth. Is it just that I should rot up here whilst they go free?
Hold the guard! Hold the guard! Seize these evildoers! The traitors! Seize them!
We can scram.
Can't leave the professor.
Here, see, there's your man. Seize him. He did declare our good Queen Bess would die unwed.
And so she will. The Stuart James will follow her.
Marky, Sergeant, Marky.
So a Stuart will rule this England, eh?
That is so.
Whence do you come and how are you called?
I shall be born in 1880. And my name is Stuart MacAndrew.
So thou art a Stuart, eh?
A royal Stuart on my mother's side.
Thy head will roll for this. Seize him!
Not when you have
Is it a roll? Is it a roll? Is it a roll? It'll roll and roll and roll.
I never knew I had so many fans.
Look out they don't get your autograph.
I sound like hounds baying for meat, my meat.
I'm all in. Oh, clothes. Hey, this looks kind of cute.
Say, that's a good idea. If we dress up the same as them, maybe we'll be able to find Tommy.
Aren't we in enough trouble? Look, there's only one person in London we've got to find, and that's the professor.
Aha, so we are in London, are we?
Yeah, any dope can see that. But I'm still expecting to wake up any minute.
Hey, look, utility pants. No turnips.
Oh, I'll leave it once more. Come 7, come 11. And 7 it is, too.
Wow.
I'll take it this time in case it gets knocked off.
Certainly have the luck of the devil.
My last groat. What knavery is this you should always win?
Ah, the little knavery brings home the gravery. What, no more dough? Well, I tell you what, put down your hose and I'll double it.
So, metaphysically speaking, the whole matter can be put in a nutshell.
Silence, traitor!
No.
Take him to the dungeons and see he's guarded well.
Aye, Captain.
If you
Will
listen to
right.
your mind of medieval
Forward!
I can explain the make matter perfectly clear.
Be easy.
No, oh,
What manner of ship brought thee to these shores?
did I mention it?
The good ship Time Ball, was it not? A name such as that he mentioned.
What, young twerp?
A twerp. He did say he was a Stuart.
Well, what did he do?
A villainous Scottish spy that spake treason against the Queen. But he shall pay.
How much?
With his life. Oh, he will be drawn and quartered.
Oh, are you going to raffle him?
What manner of ship brought thee here, Master Handley?
Oh, one that floats, you know, with the sharp end in front and the broad end behind and funnels. No funnels, railings all round, you know.
Then here's my passage on her.
Aha, now you're talking. Did the Queen say you could come?
Not yet, but thy great riches from the Americas will interest her vastly. Perchance, with thy help, it may be done.
It shall be done. She'll be tickled to death when I pour my tale into her ear.
Pretty snappy, huh? Woohoo.
Oh, in case they throw things, I'm going in for this tin toothpiece.
Hey, you know where we are?
No.
It's a theater. They've been doing Shakespeare's Love's Labour's Lost.
Well, business was lousy. How do I look?
Like a kipper in an iron lung. Gosh, what I could do to a kipper now. I'm gonna have a look around.
All right, I'll be with you as soon as I fix up this second front.
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again. He laughs at wounds who never scar. Curse the crumbs. He jests at crumbs? Oh, no, no, no.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound.
Perfection itself.
Who spoke? What thou?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
But another perfect line.
It's not one of Francis Bacon's, is it?
Oh, no, 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 no. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Aren't you missing your cue? You're supposed to climb the ladder.
Yes, of course, that's what Romeo would do.
Easy to see you've never played this scene before.
Why, 'tis only now I write it.
Well, you've got a rotten memory. Isn't this in your way? I'll prompt you if you go wrong.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and...
And what love can do, that dares not love attempt.
Hey, Susie, what's cooking?
Oh, Romeo, my love.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Hey, what's going on up here?
Ah. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
That I shall say good night till it be morrow. How thou dost inspire me. Will Shakespeare thanks thee.
Don't mention it. Gosh.
Oh, that jolly bell, bell, till the bell is a frolic day of year. Ring, ring, merry bells, ring, ring, merry bells, ring a merry welcome for May. Ring, ring, merry bells, ring, ring, merry bells, in a merry, merry, merry
Hey there, bellman, get into your steeple. It's time for whoopee now that Maytime is here. Hey there, bellman, inform the people. Fill them a plateful, they'll be crazy to hear. Ring along, ding along, bell. Ring along, swing along, bell. Jingle a welcome to the month of May. Ring along, ding along, bell. Ring along, swing along, bell. Turn on a merry, merry roundelay. Hey there, bellman, inform the people. Fill them a plateful, they'll be crazy to hear. Ring along, ding along, bell. Ring along, swing along, bell. Ding along, welcome to the month of May. Ring along, ding along, bell. Ring along, swing along, bell. Turn along, merry, merry roundelay. A merry roundelay.
Ah, you're telling me.
Halt! How about a quick one, Wally? 2 doubles and a bottle of ginger pop for the Boy Scouts.
But the Queen awaits us, Master Tommy. We must not tarry.
That's the second time I've passed this pub today. If I pass it again, I shall pass out. Come on, let's go.
Oh, God, I claim justice. Ah, Captain Rowley, you are well met. Here are 2 that eat their fill and cheat their reckoning.
But we gave him a whole hatful of money.
But lacking 2 groats.
Tommy!
Susie and Bill, I see you found a second-hand clothes shop. Here be thy dough. Begone, and try no funny business with ye change.
Many thanks, kind sir.
Are these friends of thine, Master Handley?
Oh, just 2 of the common people. It's a pleasure to pay their debts with your passage money. Susie, meet Wally. Wally, meet Susie and Bill.
Madam.
2 Native Americans. Well, what say we all wetchy whistle with him?
Yay, you said it.
Come.
Chum.
Hola. Nelly. Native American. Then these are 2 of the suckers thou didst tell me of.
Did he tell you that?
Certainly not. I was merely using some of your quaint sayings. Just a psychological armadillo.
Nobody's ever called me a sucker and lived to tell the tale.
Ah, then perchance she is one of the gals.
I'll say she is.
Master Handley did tell me how he tamed thee.
Oh, did he? And did he tell you he'd skin me, too?
I wouldn't be so anatomical. Colonel, get me 4 highballs, please.
Wine for the guests, landlord.
And something to drink, and a packet of crisps. Have a cigar, Bill.
Ah, thanks, Tommy.
And you, Walt.
Is it to eat?
It's tobacco. You smoke it. Go on, take one. That's right. Now go on, bite the end off.
Look out, Tommy. He thinks it's a hot dog.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just in the nick of tea. Get a light, Bill.
Okay, Tommy.
Now go on, put it back in your mouth again. Go on. Now, suck your breath in.
He's found another sucker.
Looky, he burns!
If he were not in his cups, I'd run him through. Come with me, sweet captain, and dry yourself. Drunken fool!
Listen, Tosspot. How dare you bottle my best friend in bitter? Don't you know it's a crime to waste wallop in wartime?
Take it easy, Tommy. This looks like a carve-up.
Yes, and I'm the carver-upper. Give me a sword, Bill. I'll cut this cur's communication.
Call me a chair. Quiet, thy man. Captain John Smith, the scourge of the 7 seas.
But I was only going to cut a bit of crackling. Did you do that on purpose?
I'll teach you to threaten a man who sings the King of Spain's whispers.
What a common barber. On guard.
I conquered America. I lay claim to all the rich lands of beyond the 7 seas.
How about the 7 dials?
Say'st thou I lie? Answer me! Or else.
All right, I see your point. If you hadn't given me this dummy sword, I'd have mowed him down. What right does that twerp to claim America? He's pinched my bitch.
It's the guy that discovered Virginia.
Doing what?
I don't know what you mean. The state of Virginia.
Yeah. Further disclosures will follow next week.
Oh, can the comic crosstalk. Who's this guy Wally you came in with?
Oh, Wally, that's Captain Walter Raleigh, head guy of the tower.
Oh, boy, we are meeting people. That'll be Sir Walter Raleigh. It says in here that he's the fellow that put his cloak down in the mud so the Queen wouldn't dunk her shoes. So she made him a knight.
You made him a knight for that. Give me a fortnight here and she make me a weekend.
Fortnight nothing. You're going to locate the professor. Uh-huh. Come clean. You've seen the professor.
Well, I'm afraid I was one of the last to see him. Wally says they're going to do him in.
Eh?
Oh, but what for? For being a Scottish spy or something. Poor old professor. Nice fellow while he lasted.
But without him, we can't get home.
Pity.
Captain Raleigh waits to take me to the court.
And am I glad to be awaited? Ta-ra, Susie.
You're not going to any court. You're going to work on Raleigh to get the professor out of Hawk.
But without the Queen's pardon, we can't get him out. That's why I'm going to court.
Tommy's right, Susie. It's a case of any court in a storm.
You can stand on me.
Get that pardon or I will, with both feet.
Ta-ra for now. See you in jail.
Something tells me he wasn't kidding when he made that crack.
Turn them out.
Which one's the Queen, Wally?
These are ladies in waiting, Master Tommy.
I won't keep him waiting long. Hello, gorgeous. What's cooking?
I'm not the cook, sir.
Perhaps not, but a very nice boiling piece nevertheless. I like you. Coming along with me? Oh, go and stuff a crumpet up your trumpet. Hello, somebody dropped something.
The Queen! The Queen!
Party. Halt. All right.
Okay, Wally. got two thoughts ahead of you. Step on it, madam.
That's a good girl.
Your sword, Captain Raleigh.
But he left with the cloak. I'll send it to the cleaners.
Kneel.
But,
Thy name, sir?
Tommy Handley, ma'am.
Arise. Sir Tommy Handley.
But you mean you're making me a Knight of the Garter?
Not the Garter. 'Tis too soon, Sir Tommy, to look so high.
Oh, honestly, I wasn't looking.
Captain Raleigh tells us thou dost hail from the Americas. 'Tis as another world to us.
Yes, and for a paltry $500,000, you can become the big best of America.
Thou dost the Americas?
All the stars and most of the stripes.
Come then, Sir Tommy. Thou dost interest us.
Going, gone. Sold for 1,000 guineas to the Earl of Jersey. There you are, Jersey. Stick that up your jumper. I'll call it New Jersey after you. Now, who's next? Terms strictly cash, by the way. Don't forget, my motto is, here today, death tomorrow. Now, this next lot is the sweetest slice of the whole cake. We might call it New York, but I prefer Manhattan. It's my biggest gold mine. Now, don't go away, folks, don't go away. Before you dig deep into your doublets, let me show you one or two songs. It gives me a start, too, when it works. And here are one or two other trifles freshly dug from deep in the heart of Texas. I mean, Manhattan.
These are gifts for me, Sir Tommy.
Well, strictly lease and lend, you understand.
Gold. Rich yellow gold. This Manhattan territory is mine.
Sold. Shall we put it down at 500 guineas?
Your reward shall be greater than that. I hereby appoint you first gentleman of the bedchamber.
But I've already got a handle to my name. But whose bedchamber is it?
Our royal bedchamber.
Oh, well, couldn't I have the 500 guineas?
No. Hawkins, Frobisher, why did ye never bring me such treasures from your costly expeditions?
Your Majesty, this America is but a poor, worthless land whose miserable natives live in tents of skin.
Well, I'll wallow in a wigwam. What a cockeyed captain. Here, get a load of that. That's my weekend cottage in Washington. And have a deco of these. Skents of tin. Another crack like that, and I'll call off the whole sale.
Your Majesty, this Manhattan he sell you belong to the Netherlands. We Dutch, you spotted from the Indians.
This land belongs to France by right of conquest.
America is done.
No, Burley. Let them squabble. 'Twill avail them not. This land of golden bounty shall yet be England.
Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. Here be the news, and this be Septimus Dall a crying it. At Whitehall this morn, Her Gracious Majesty did honor by knighthood one Tommy Handley, Lord of the Americas.
Tommy Handley, Lord of the Americas? Never did I hear tell of him in all my voyages.
Sir Tommy Handley hath been further honored as to be first gentleman of the royal bedchamber for a term of 7 years and will now reside at the palace.
7 years? Why, that's 30 double-crossing.
A self-confessed Scottish spy, one Stuart MacAndrew, hath this morning been taken by the yeomen of the guard, and by Her Majesty's decree shall be hanged, drawn, and quartered. Take heed that several of his companions are still abroad in London town. If any citizen hath knowledge of these villains, let him inform the Tower Guard. That be the end of ye news.
And that be the end of ye news.
This scurvy varlet, Sir Tommy, steals honors that be mine. It is I who've just returned from the Americas. Aye. Did I not drop anchor in the Thames this morning?
How?
How? I And it's told thee to stay on the ship?
Me tired, damn ship. Me thirsty. Me want him go palace, see queen.
And so you shall. This be the Princess Pocahontas, owner of vast territories in the Americas.
Me, heap big chiefess. America, she belong me.
And I'll defend her rights. We'll throw this at Tommy's lies in his teeth. Come.
Hey, Captain. Do you mind if we step on your warpath? We're after Sir Tommy's scalp, too.
Then you shall share my coach. Come.
Susie, wait a minute. Are you crazy?
I've got an idea. There's only one chance to get the professor's pardon, and this may be it. Come on.
Thank you. Now, me lucky lads, who's going to have another basin? The more you put down, the more you pick up. There is no hocus, there is no pocus, and no smoke or smell comes from the lamp as the fun goes round. Here it is, there it goes. Now watch it, folks, watch it. Is it in heaven? Is it in hell? The dim, delusive ball beneath the shell. Keep your peepers on the ball, folks, that's what you have to do. There is no jiggery, no pokery. Now, Your Majesty, under which shell is the little ball hiding this time?
Sir Tommy?
Oh, excuse me, your nibs.
What of that native tune thou didst promise to teach us?
I'll be with you in a few minutes. I'm just cutting the last slice of cake. Well, how do we go?
Methinks, Sir Tommy, this time I shall retrieve all. My brooches, against thy trinkets and yon bag of guineas.
What do you mean, go the lot?
The lot.
All right.
A devil's work is this.
Hard luck, Your Majesty. Mine, I think. Now, come, Mrs. Bess. Don't be downhearted. How about the crown jewels? You're sure to win soon, you know. All you have to do is to keep your peepers on the little ball. Now, gather round, lads and lasses. Gather round. You come in rags and you go away with riches. Never speculate. Never accumulate.
Sir Tommy.
Lummy, a talking loofah.
Mark ye not the devil's tattoo? Last courtier who won from Her Majesty lost his head.
Pity. Eh?
Decapitated.
And I wear a cap. Thanks, Dad. Your Majesty, we're going to have a new deal. This time, I'm going to give you something for a change.
It'll be a change indeed. Come, Dame Margaret. Thou shalt pit thy wits against mine. The stakes shall be the baubles thou wearest. Keep thy peepers on the little ball. But, Your Majesty...
You heard.
Aye. Thou heardest.
He gets a pain in the tongue. Big Chief Tom, mighty pony from the island they call Coney, sitting in his wigwam all day long. On the shores of Minestrone, out where I belong, there's a tribe that I'll describe in this red Indian song. Though it's many miles away from little old New York, everybody out there loves their Big Chief Tommy Hawk.
Now, folks, loosen your whistles and let the welkin ring. Now, everybody.
Big Chief Tom is a woman, mighty, mighty.
Come on, everybody. Get back.
He's spent a week in the clean.
That's Indian for wormwood scrubs.
Big Chief Tom Tom, Prince of Oakham, spends his spare time thinking Oakham in his cell in Sing Sing all day long. Big Chief Tom Tom, he's a warman, 95 big Indians foreman, sitting in his wigwam all day long. All the red-hot Indian farmers love to spend their Indian summers smoking shag and listening to his song.
He is as strong as a moose. He got a many papoose.
Big Chief Tom Tom, 19 pony from the island they call Tony, sitting in his wigwam all day long.
Thou hast lost. Oh, my Lord Burn. Thou too hast purchased land in the Americas. Then stake it now against my gold.
And it please your majesty, these old eyes of mine are too dim for such trickery.
Trickery?
Your majesty, I did but meet...
Choose at once. Thou hast lost. Ah, Sir Tommy. Thou art just in time.
Well, well, what a pupil, eh? What a nib with the nutshells. And you've cleaned up America as well.
Aye, the Americas are mine. But for this one territory.
Ha, and I bet she'll have that in the bag before long.
Well spoken. But for the moment, it is thine. Now, Sir Tommy, it is thy turn.
Who, me? But I taught you the racket.
The more thou layest down, the more thou shalt pick up.
Yes, but this cuts right across the postal code. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll trade my slice of America for this lot.
Agreed. A fair exchange.
And you've done yourself a bit of good.
Thou too hast done thyself a bit of good.
Oh?
I have improved on thy game. The little ball lurks not under any shell. I have cast it away.
Well, it's lucky I didn't teach you strip poker. Bloke, lend me a cloak.
Your majesty, a stranger craves audience. But lately returned from the Americas, he doth claim title to all that land bartered by Sir Tommy.
The cad. I'll ring up Whitehall, 1212.
Stay!
I don't want to.
Stay!
Well, perhaps you're right.
How is this stranger called?
Captain John Smith, your majesty.
Admit him. I am the scourge of the seven seas.
Anybody want to make something out of?
He thinks him small for such brave words. Size maketh not the man. Mayhap what he lacks in stature, he gains in courage.
Your Majesty's most humble and loyal subject.
Well, well, if it isn't good old Jack Smith, the whispering bosun. How are you, Johnny? Your Majesty, Johnny Smith's an old shipmate of mine.
Then, Captain Smith, it will please thee to know that thy shipmate hath sold the Americas to us.
Oh, he hath he?
Yes.
Do you dispute his right?
I do. These maps and logbook of my voyages will prove my claim.
You quizzling?
I thought you were getting the professor's cordon.
It's the very next thing on my agenda. Now look what you've done.
You mean look who I've done?
And here's to South Dakota.
Let me out! Let me out! Where am I?
Under the table where you belong. I got my orders. Drink 'em under the table. That's what Susie said. But only got one under so far. Red Biddy must have hollow legs.
Good. Me tell him Queen Pocahontas on Americas.
But Sitting Bull, him go shut-eye. Here's to Idaho.
Him no take me big palace, see Queen. Me go by himself.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Me put on fine feathers. Quick.
No. Look. You can't go to the court plaza.
have another drink.
And thou art willing to relinquish all thy claim to the Americas for the pardon of this one prisoner, thy chief navigator?
Thou hast said it. America for McAndrew.
Then thou wilt first sign this deed of quittance.
If thou wilt first sign the pardon, ma'am.
Your Majesty, the prisoner from the tower, as thou didst command.
So, thou art our late prisoner.
A very natural mistake, madam. Queen Elizabeth, I presume. The very ring you're wearing on your tool.
Oh, what? He says he likes to sing in his room in the tower. Well, goodbye. It's been nice knowing you, but we've got to get back to my ship.
But,
Before the tide turns. Your Majesty, ta-ta.
Hold there! Our ill-gotten gains are impounded by the royal treasury.
But I assure you, ma'am, there is nothing in here but my nighting.
You lie.
Well, can I have my cigar case back?
Nay.
Well, I won't smoke in bed.
Nay.
Well, can I have my watch back then?
Nay.
But just a teeny-weeny souvenir.
Nay. Thou hast a shrewd head on thy shoulders, Sir Tommy. If thou wouldst keep it there, begone.
Begone! This is where I begin to begone.
Your Majesty, Princess Pocahontas craves immediate audience.
Princess Pocahontas? From what royal house does she come?
She states that she is the ruler of the Americas and doth own all that land.
Will there be no end to these claims? Hold there!
Guard, bring them back.
Now, Captain Smith, dost thou know aught of this Princess Pocahontas?
Admit nothing.
Well, I seem to have heard the name somewhere before.
Your Majesty, the Princess Pocahontas declares she was brought to England by Captain Smith himself.
Indeed, Captain Smith. What say you to that?
Well, actually, she's a friend of Sir Tommy's.
Her Royal Highness, the Princess Pocahontas of the Americas.
Oh! Sir Tommy, thou speakest the language of these savages. Bid thy friend, the princess, welcome.
How?
How?
And how? Ah, Cherokee. Hi, Walter. Minnie Tonka, Mulligatawny, Kalamazoo.
Oogie woogie, hidey ho, root toot toot, and a zoot suit.
What sayest the princess, Sir Tommy?
Your Majesty, her words would bring a blush of shame to a bargee. I'll take her out and do her.
No. Me talk 'em queen. Me got proposition.
You speak English then, princess?
Sure thing. Me speak of English okay. Me belong America. America, him belong to me. Maybe you want him America. Maybe me talking business. Maybe.
And what do you want for the Americas?
I give you all if you give me that nice man with head of wavy skin.
Something that underlie this strange interest in our late prisoner. Bring him to me.
Out of her way, you scurvy varlet.
More commotion. Doth yet another claim the Americans?
Him steal my fine feathers.
No! Mama!
So it's you who's taken my name, is it?
There's the scum of the seven seas.
A witch! Seize her! Seize her, Tommy! Seize them all! Seize everybody!
Be careful of that thing. Now, wait a minute! Now, wait a minute!
Gosh, we've got less privacy than a monkey in the zoo.
This place reminds me of digs I once had in Scunthorpe.
Oh, there they go again. Are they trying to get in or get out?
Hey, Nathaniel. Have you got a home to go to?
Yes, master, but our task must be finished by dawn.
What is it, a soup kitchen?
No, 'tis for thee and thy friends, sweet master. A cradle to swing thee to sleep.
We heard.
Supper! Well, that shifted the night shift. Lummy, Lord Wolsey. Aha, the 5-course meal and no cover charge.
Aye, thy first meal and thy last.
Hey, what's the big idea?
'Twas drawn to me in the raffle.
Cheerful little twerp, isn't he?
You're in my light, madam.
There's no use fiddling with that McConnell now, Professor.
While I was incarcerated in the tower, it came to me in a flash.
What did?
The fundamental truth that will solve all our difficulties. That going forward is the exact reverse of going back.
Ain't nature wonderful? That's going to solve everything.
It has.
It has? You mean you've really fixed up that gadget to take us back home?
Yes, I can definitely promise a safe return to 1943.
1943? That's my lucky number.
Given access to the time ball, of course.
There isn't a prison built that can hold Thomas Houdini Handley.
What? No file? No fetchel? Nothing but dough on me digits? Prison bread isn't what it used to be in my day. If it wasn't for that peeping pipeman, Love and Tommy Handley would laugh at locksmiths. Anybody got a hairpin?
Ouch! Say, you don't happen to have a load of dynamite in the other pocket, do you?
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. The professor's camera. That is a load of dynamite.
Dear old pals, jolly old pals, always together.
Halt! To the left, turn.
Faced with yon strange chance, they seek to cast a spell.
Would I could cast their entrails to the crows.
That before score time and 10, Sergeant. It do savour of magic.
Hold there! Will you have the rosings never cease?
Rest your wits, I pray you, before the rope doesn't pour you.
Take heed!
I bait you the prisoners, Sergeant.
Nay, Captain, they bait us.
4 times and 10 if they sung that.
Nay, 4 times and 11. 'Tis magic, I tell thee, Captain.
Magic?
Aye, 4 times and 11 as they drained their tankards to Queen Bess.
Is loyalty then a crime?
Nay, but only 4 tankards as I take them in. 'Tis magic, I tell thee.
Magic or no, I have something here to stop their pranks. Open, Sergeant.
Pals,
Silence.
friendship.
Hear ye. Sentence of death by hanging for treason, theft, and fraud, and other grievous acts against the Queen's Majesty. I am therefore ordered to lead thee to the gallows forthwith, by order of Her Majesty the Queen.
Dear old pals, jolly old pals, always together. In all kinds of weather. Dear old pals, jolly old pals, give me the friendship of dear old pals. With a little bit of friends, I couple of good Queen Bess. Good Queen Bess. Yeah, pals, jolly old pals, always together. In all kinds of weather. Dear old pals, jolly old pals, give me the friendship of dear old pals. And with a little bit of friends, I couple of good Queen Bess. Good Queen Bess.
Seize them.
Dear old pals, jolly old pals.
Listen, Ping, your crooning is getting us nowhere quickly.
Yeah, step on it, Professor, or there'll be no more pardons for us.
The adjustment of these controls is a very delicate operation, madam.
So's the one they'll put us through if you don't put a jerk in it. Hey, wake up!
In the name of absent friends, I couple out a good queen best.
Come on, put a jerk in it.
Jerk? You give me a pain in the neck.
And now, I think we can safely say a stop.
Here we go.
We hope.
Something tells me things are going to happen.
They've happened, all right. I've dented my dial on the differential.
That is strict movement. It's merely a question of tracing the trouble. I'm as confident as ever. We are moving.
We seem to be sailing through clouds with knobs on.
No, only at an altitude of a few feet. But I'll soon discover the trouble.
What, again? You said that 2 hours ago.
I've traced the trouble at last. The condensers are dry.
So am I. My dynamo's nearly dropping out.
All we need is half a litre of water.
All I need, half a beaker of scotch.
Get going and bring back some snowballs.
This is no time to play games.
Excellent idea, Mrs. Button. We can melt the snow and charge the condensers.
Yeah, well, don't charge them to me.
Today, we fire a beacon that shall strike terror into the hearts of all who turn to treason and witchcraft.
Seize him!
Go back where we started.
They're organizing a bonfire for us.
We're done for. Round up. Cooked in our own casseroles.
Come on, Professor, can't we take off?
The platinum points are burnt. I'm afraid our chance to take off is gone. Unfortunately, we need platinum, and that metal won't be discovered for another 2 centuries.
So we're here for another 200 years.
They're stoking up a fire under our feet.
I've got it. Use my platinum wedding ring.
Oh, no, Susie.
Excellent idea. Any platinum will do.
Don't feel so bad about it, darling. You can buy me a new one when we get back.
But I'm afraid I can't use this. This is only lead with a thin casing of white gold.
You four-flusher, out. Tommy, where's that cigar case of yours?
Impounded. Pinched. Locked up in the Royal Treasury.
Well, you'll have to get it back.
Who, me? What, go out there and singe my surroundings?
To get cracking or get cooked.
Susie, don't you go.
Raleigh, let us begin.
Hey, Wally, hold everything. I demand my rights. I've got a few last words to say.
Let the witch speak.
What you call me?
No. She said a witch.
Oh. Very well. We'll kick off with a song. I'm sitting on a cloud that's silver line, feeling in a joyful frame of mind. Through the blue I see a view, a lovely world where dreams come true.
I'm going down now, sir.
A peaceful mind by cares behind. I'm on a cloud that's silver line. Let me tell you right away exactly how I get this way. Why I'm happy, why I'm gay. Here's the why. Because today I'm sitting on a cloud I don't know where. But as a silver line I don't much care. That's all I want to do. Go sitting on a silvery cloud with you. I'm sitting on a cloud, a silver line. I'm feeling a joyful frame of mind. Through the blue I see a view, a lovely world where dreams come true. Living in a dream the whole day long, singing to myself a cheer-up song. Peaceful mind, my cares behind. I'm on a cloud, that silver line. Let me tell you right away exactly how I get this way. Why I'm happy, why I'm gay. Here's the why.
Very well. In we go.
Halt! Come thee here. Hey! Thou art not one of my men.
Yet I seem to have seen thy face before.
Oh, prolongations of marriage designs, Clemsons.
What sayest thou?
This is the hyperbole on the hood front of the titty nonsense.
Eh?
Look, this is cameras and bloody concrete. Alla frutta sin si chiude capasin, o la picture like this.
Let me tell you right away, exactly how I get this way. Why I'm happy, why I'm gay. Here's the why, because today I'm sitting on a cloud down at the silver line. I don't much
Pish and tosh. But the sergeant did order us to guard the treasury until eventide.
But ye sergeant hath retired to ye prepared position. Go see ye man about ye dog. Begone. You see about ye cat.
I want to do, so I'm sitting on a silvery cloud with you.
Is that all?
Oh, no.
Would you like to take a walk?
Do you think it's gonna rain?
What is afoot?
An ankle turned up at the end. Hey?
Where is the Treasury Guard?
Under arrest, my lord.
What?
That be their dirty work. Forsooth, we are too late. Ye rats have already nibbled ye cheese.
Ain't you tired of the talkies?
I prefer the walkies.
Something good'll come from that. Hey!
'Tis enough! Let the fire be lighted.
Oh, no. We got lots more. Shine up the path, the old man said. Dark laws the tempest overhead.
And if it costed their lives, 'twill be but justice.
But this new sergeant, he did
Blockheads! We'll run into work. Vicky!
Oh, buy thyself a general equibus. And...
Guard! Stop him! Stop the run! Stop him!
Tis enough! Into the ball with them. Let the flames end their antics.
Bring it here! Here, Susie, bring it to me.
Here's your platinum. Step on the gas.
Fling me on the fire, Your Majesty. Although I'm too green to burn, I deserve to die.
Thou shalt die, never fear.
Thanks very much.
But as a knight of the realm, thou shalt die by the axe, not by the stake.
Then I resign my knighthood and leave the bedchamber without a stain on my counterpane.
By the axe.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! This devil's spawn has robbed the royal treasury.
What?
Well, call me Burley Mother here. Stay! Ah, a pincer movement. I've been framed.
He is a knight no longer. To the fire with him.
Well, come on, you heard. To the fire with me.
To the fire with him!
Hey. Oh, Bill, I'm on fire. Put me out. It's my face red.
It works. It works. The very place from which we started.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Ha! Wait till I phone Walter Winchell. What a story, eh? If it's worth $1 million, it's worth a $5.
Well, this is the studio, all right, but everything's different.
Yes, somebody shifted all the professor's props.
Some navigation. The professor scored a bullseye. Look.
Look at what?
Nothing. There's nothing there. The professor's vanished.
Susie, where are you?
Well, where do you think she is? Standing right... Susie. Susie. But she was there a second ago. People can't just disappear.
That's what you think. Well, stuff me with TNT cake.
Well, Mr. Handley, your references appear to be quite satisfactory. If you'll wait a moment, I'll draw a check for your first month's salary.
Mr. Hamilton, what's the date today?
September 10th.
Not December the 10th.
Of course not.
Well, well, well. This makes the party just perfect.
Gosh, Susie, I thought you'd gone.
We're as good as.
I see what's happened. The professor's brought us back 3 months too soon. That's why he disappeared.
Yes, and that's why we're a couple of soundtracks.
Bill, this means Tommy hasn't got our $10,000 yet.
That's right, Susie.
And he's never going to, as long as time lasts. Take that, you jerk. And that. Oh, and that. Come on, Bill. We're wanted at the theater. We were playing Chicago this week.
Okay, Susie. So long, partner.
Well, tickle me in the 2 and 4 pennies. I must figure this out. The professor went because I didn't meet him until next week. They went because they're in Chicago this week. Now, I fixed a job this morning that I got the sack for yesterday. I wish I could disappear, but of course I can't, because I'm the only one that's been here all the time.